Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers.
Sterling Hawkrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I'm going to come back to you.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
McCaffrey on the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Bridgewater to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
At the 19-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in with Arma. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Derek Brown on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. A slant to Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Complete.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Play action. Ryan. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. DeAndre Carter back deep. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
First down, Atlanta.
From the shotgun, Ryan. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 28 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
makes the score Falcons 7, Panthers 6.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
No gain on the
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
4-yard line.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And that'll make it 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Suggs able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here comes Carter. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Sly on for the extra point.
For the point after.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Panthers 13. Falcons 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And some room to roam now. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
First down.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, this is Gurley. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Now Ryan on first down. And it's caught. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
2-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Todd Gurley. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Let's go! Let's stop him here!
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the Atlanta Falcons are in for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
13.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Looking deep for Julio, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
On the carry.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Stop your whining.
Now Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try to move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Yeah, the option play working flawlessly right there. What'd you think of the call?
Love the call. That's really football 101 to me. 2-point conversion, run quarterback option. That means he can either keep it himself or pitch it to a trailing back. That usually opens things up for an offense.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Number 21.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
At the 36-yard line.
They go play action now. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
The ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Lava's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Down right around the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Panthers 24, Falcons 21. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick
now
off.
Following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this a very important drive leading to the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Able to get away. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead. So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind. Big-time fumble. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At his 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The Panthers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. from the 27. Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Who wants some?
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That one goes for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Tackled back.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
intercepted by the Falcons. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
We got a plane to catch.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And incomplete. It's 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.